Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth hard mode runs. Last run with, I think it was with Judas, was pretty satisfying. We got everything done but boss rush. On Isaac we have everything done but the dark room. Maggie's got everything done but boss rush and the chest. Cain's got a long way to go. Eve has by far the longest way to go. We've played as her so much recently. I think we'll try to do some dark room runs, or one dark room run with Samson. He's got positives, he's got negatives, he's like a deep, modest mouse cut. Let's see what our seed is here today. DSDK? Sorry, this pen is like straight up 100% out of ink. Allow me to obtain a more reliable writing instrument. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, the pencil. Good old trusty pencil. I forsook you when we were finally allowed to use pens in like 7th grade. And I've been regretting it ever since. Although I will say you get a little bit more of that graphite smudge when you're left-handed, as I am. DSDK DLN6 to continue the lack of professionalism. Allow me to adjust my microphone. When I put my pen down, I smacked it, and that removed my pop filter, which protects me from particularly powerful plosives. Alright, you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready-ish. The last run with Judas was super exciting. It barely worked out, but it worked out. This one, I don't know. I'm feeling like it's a pretty bad start here. I hate this room, man. You don't do any damage to these guys, and they keep spawning. Like, every time you kill one of them, they spawn another, you know, joke and a half worth of enemies here. I'm tempted to throw in a bomb. Oh, wait, I don't have one. I'm tempted to just get hit, I guess, in order to, get, Samson's Rage or Bloody Lust kind of working out a little bit in our favor here. For now, we're doing, like, one shot per lifetime on these guys. It'll take us approximately, you know, longer than the ending of Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King to actually get these enemies killed. I find myself trapped in a period of, Binding of Isaac ennui here. Ennui? It's not Enya-e. You know what I mean. Oh, never mind. All is forgiven because we just found a black market randomly. I wouldn't worry too much about the boss rush on this run because we just spent 2 minutes on the first room. 2 minutes? 1 minute, 10 seconds. Let's head down and see what we got going on in here. This is not a black market, but it is a free item, and I believe that's Stompy? Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Especially on hard mode, this is going to help us out when it comes to, oh my god, my pop filter. Come on now. Come on now. Do they know, does this know it's Christmas? Help me out. It fell down, this is a GD disaster. The only reason I'm not stopping the video is because we do have Stompy, an item I think is actually pretty good. So we're going to use this to crush, like, all the pots. That should sort us out monetarily, relatively speaking. Might even be able to find more black markets as a result. I always say when you get Stompy, like, in the late game, and you're like, well, I'm already on the chest, there's, like, no rocks around me. Parasite is an acceptable item choice, in my opinion. Could be a lot worse than that, especially if we... Ooh, careful. Especially if we end up getting a lot of damage at some point. It really helps us out because those individual parasite shots can still be quite potent. If we ever find that there's too many spiders here for us to handle, we can just walk out and they will be erased from existence. Which is a nice little quirk of the game that I appreciate a great deal. Come on with the spiders, though. They're supposed to have a little bit of money in them. You know, 2 cents, 2 spiders. Well, we got Swallowed Penny, which means we have a chance to get money every time we get hit. Not necessarily the... Oh, careful. Petrified Poop is exactly the trinket that I want here. Sorry, Swallowed Penny. Yeah, that wasn't the trinket that I want, but Petrified Poop, it seems to show up all the time now. But it is also, like, one of my favorite trinkets in the game if you are concerned about money, which oftentimes I find myself being on a run on hard mode, of course. Now, we really should destroy all of the rocks. I don't think there can be 2 black markets or, you know, 2 of those weird little ladder rooms on the same floor, but you never know. Hey, at least it didn't take us to an IM room. It actually moved us directly to the room we were going to go to anyway, which is exciting. Alright, this is a good start. Now, of course, it is still totally up in the air. Oh, wow, that's awesome. It's still totally up in the air whether or not we'll actually be able to get a deal with the devil, which is the biggest indicator of success, no question about it. Just watch... Oh, there's a tinted rock here. That will be very helpful. Watch out, make sure you don't step on the bomb rocks. Those are obviously the most dangerous. I'm not even trying to crush the rocks, basically. I'm just trying to give myself a little bit of leeway here where I can actually escape. which I think is fairly important, and if there is a black market in here, I'd like to know about it. Unfortunately, our damage dealing potential is still pretty much nil, although I've been hit twice, so I should have like a small damage increase capable now. We could get hit like 4 times on purpose here and then carry our spirit hearts with us, but I'd rather not do that if that's possible. You never know if maybe we'll end up going against the Haunt and having a particularly shitty run. So yes, I'm not going to destroy every single one of those rocks, because that just strikes me as incredibly tedious. I would like to be able to pick up a consumable, though. If I could pick up a key, that would be particularly lovely for me. And look at all the... oh, man. Can't really justify doing too much about that, I guess. Or can I? I think I can, actually. Okay. It'll cost me 2 hearts, though, to do it. Is that worth it? Well, we're gonna get a damage bonus as a result. Okay, this is the benefit of having Samson, is that we can get damage upgrades for doing this. I figured we might as well do it. We'll get the damage upgrade, we'll get a little extra money in the process as well. Just don't make a terrible mistake. I've never done this room, and I probably will find myself never wanting to do this room unless I'm in this exact situation. So, I don't feel too bad about this. We traded 2 red hearts for 4 cents. It's a terrible deal. But we did get the damage upgrades associated with it, which hopefully will allow us to kill whatever enemy we're fighting. Spoilers, it's probably going to be the Haunt a little bit more quickly. I'm happy with this. I mean, we're leaving the first floor, bare minimum, with 36 cents. That's crazy. A couple of spirit hearts that will protect me on the next floor. A good trinket in petrified poop. A trinket that's so good that it's already kind of... well, I guess it doesn't have really paid for itself, but we got the quarter, so we don't really need it anymore. And we could afford to replace it with many, many other potentially better offensive trinkets. Maybe even some ones that I don't understand, like apparently Demon's Tail. Which makes Dark Bum worthless. Anyway, range upgrade. That's fine. I'll live with it. Parasite, Leo, lots of money. Pretty good start. Curse Room, not super interested in. Arcade, extremely interested in, because for real, I'm going to take some time to gamble here. For real, the IV bag is one of the most powerful items in the game if you are Samson. So, you know, there is no lose-lose situation here. The worst case scenario is that we play the blood bank as much as possible and just get money. And end the damage upgrade temporarily for this floor. The second worst case scenario is we get a permanent HP upgrade and full health. The best case scenario is that we get IV bag and we're able to give ourselves, you know, maximum damage bonus from Bloody Lust every single floor. So, because of Stompy, really, we're going to find ourselves able to play the crap out of this blood bank because of the money that we have. And this should give us a very good chance to have something incredible happen to us on this floor. Not to mention, you know, we might as well gamble anyway, because we want to earn keys. I was really hoping that was going to work out for us there. Luck stat would be lovely right now. Please work for me. Come on, come on. Hey, that's useful. Okay. So we may actually go back on our original plan, and when I get to 15 cents, I'll stop playing these guys. But for now, I'm very happy to have gotten the keys out of it. There's another red heart. This gives us another crack at this, but also gives us the damage bonuses that should make it very, very likely that we beat the bosses without worrying about deal with the devil permutations or anything like that. Or deal with the devil ramifications. Ah, that's very good. Okay, so this is another 4 plays right here. Come on, work with me. Work with me. I think yeah, there we go. Alright, so at this point, I'm pretty sure we're already at the maximum damage boost on this floor. So I'm not going to worry too much about using the IV bag for now. But on future floors, that's exceptionally useful. And I think we've got ourselves set up in a very good position. Oh, right, we have Stompy. I forgot. And there's Small Rock. That's amazing. We're running away with this right now. Oh my god, there's another arcade there. Another blood bank, I should say. We're as, like, reasonably powerful as you can expect to be by this point in the game, which is great. And we can carry it with us, which is amazing as well. You don't always get that opportunity. But by virtue of having the IV bag, we will be able to do that. I'll crush some of these rocks and all the pots. We'll take our pill. I don't want to take it yet. Like, I don't want to consume it, imbibe it yet. But we'll see. I should probably go back and get that penny. It's a little bit cocky, you know, on the second floor to say, oh, I don't need that. We're going to spend, like, roughly 10 minutes on our first 2 floors, but what's crazy about it is that if we got to deal with the devil, that was amazing. I could still see us making a go at our boss rush room, just because we've taken our time early here to really give ourselves the best possible chance of success in the future. Like, we are stupid powerful right now. Demon Baby is... That wasn't even a tinted rock, was it? Or did I just miss that it was? Demon Baby is okay, and there's some extra benefits to it that I hadn't really considered either. Namely that we won't be running into Demon Baby on our arcade. So we could get Red Candle. I don't think Red Candle's really worth it. In this case. I don't think any of this is really worth it in this case, actually. Instead, we'll just go through here, and I think... Oh, okay. I'm gonna open one of these. That was not worth it. We did get the bomb out of it, though. I think if we find our boss, I'm just gonna go for the fight, and then we'll start to make some big plays here. I think we've pretty much accomplished everything we would have set out to do on this floor. Dingle fight, I do not expect to be much of a problem. This might be the most damage I've ever done to Dingle this early in the game. You know, obviously sometimes you can fight him in the late game as well. Yes, I got hit. Oh well. There's our HP upgrade. 9 minutes. I wouldn't get your hopes up, but that's okay. Little Brimstone is absolutely worth picking up. And range upgrade. Alright. Very, very good start. So let's talk about this. We're going down to the dark room. So we want to take the negative from Mom. This is Catacombs XL. Things are going to start to move pretty quickly. Honestly, XL floors seem very useful as Samson. Because, well, when you have the IV bag at least, because your damage bonus goes a little bit longer, you know? Like, it lasts you for effectively 2 floors instead of just the 1. Seems pretty useful to me. I'm gonna try to use Little Brimstone whenever it's plausible, but it doesn't really matter that much in the whole scheme of things. We should have gone to our curse room on the last floor as well. I'll rectify that mistake right now. Yeah, we'll... Oh, okay. Cool it. Big waste of a bomb there. No spirit hearts, but some flies. And those flies will do a lot of damage. We'll definitely make an effort to go to our shop and our item room. Or our shop and our item rooms, I guess I should say. And I'm pretty sure that now puts us at, like, the HP cap. So we can walk over this thanks to Leo and pick up a little bit more HP. Hopefully to be used on the next floor. Now, hopefully this is not a library. I didn't realize that I was going to walk into that mushroom, actually. We will take our secret room entry. I think we should buy a spirit heart. You know, getting a little nervous about that. And, we'll walk out here. We do have a 2-key room. I think I'll try it out. I regret it, because that's going to reroll our whole run. My hope was that it would just be, like, a lot of consumables. But hey, we bought some keys, so hopefully we should be able to still get into both of our item rooms, and whatever else kind of, you know, wonderful stuff we might find here. I wonder if I could use IV bag and walk into mushrooms at the same time, and maybe not take damage, but I wonder if that's even worthwhile, to be honest with you, because we want to save this HP for maybe more noble purposes on the next floor, right? Got our bosses already. If I could just sneak down here and... That was... There should never be a situation where I'm taking damage there. Let's just put it that way. I was trying to be cheeky with Little Brimstone and get like a Little Brimstone shot that hit all the body segments at once, but that was stupid. Alright, we got HP back, which is good because I want to trade it away immediately here. You know, we may have done boss rushes, Samson. I can't remember. I don't think we have, though. Alright, so this floor is going to be very simple in terms of boss room upgrades. We're going to continue exploring here. You might be saying, hey, go down to the next floor. I want you to do boss rush. You got to, in order to do that, you got to go as quickly as possible. I'm not worried about boss rush. It's easier to do boss rush than it is to beat the dark room, in my opinion. So the dark room is really where my focus is on this run. We are up to 2 keys now. The money is clearly not an issue. Plus, we're going to be using the IV bag on like every floor. So that's like an extra, I don't know, probably maybe 10 cents every time we play that. 6 times, 10 cents. That seems fairly realistic. One of these we know, I think. Amnesia's bad. I can see forever. Paralysis. Not a very good assortment for us here. But hey, we got the Ankh for free. And... I'm just gonna look for our other secret room. We actually saved a key, rode a cowboy there. Which is lovely, because I would like to, you know, be able to continue to go to item rooms. Pretty much the bread and butter of what makes a successful run in Rebirth for the most part. That and apparently the IV bag, an item that I thought was pure horseshit until learning what Bloody Lust actually does as Samson. Samson's become such a more valuable character. That was terrible. Such a more valuable character after the changes to Bloody Lust, obviously. Now, I'm completely, like, lost. I'm adrift in a sea of aimlessness right now. I have no idea where our second item room is. No idea where I am within the scope of the level either. So, oh, was there something else back there? I thought it was just a little brimstone, I guess, that I missed. This is an incredible run, and we have the potential to accomplish incredible things on it. And that's all there really is to say about that. We haven't been to this room yet. We have been to this room, and that's our boss rush, or boss area. I'm like 99% sure I didn't go to our second item room, so this must just be a huge floor. I mean, it is an XL floor, of course, but it must be like a huge, huge floor. I think we'll go fight in here. Okay, we got 2 keys, and some pills, and the spirit hearts are nice as well. Spirit heart, I guess I should say. Not quite one-shotting these douchebags yet. I don't use the D word lightly. Well, actually I do, but they particularly deserve it. Let's put it that way. Nothing extra. Got a lemon party, it's good. Paralysis is terrible, but we'll take it with us in the hopes that maybe it'll turn into something better if we get PhD or something like that, but I don't see that happening. 2 bombs for free is pretty good. I know, by the way, that we could be farming the crap out of all these extra red hearts with IV bag. I just don't care, man. Like, sure, that might help us get some money, but it's relatively unlikely to be worth it. To be worth anything more than, you know, just fiscally responsible decisions here. I think it all has to do, like, I got lost when it comes to, man, this might be blowing my shot here. I think I got lost when I went into that secret room. That amnesia pill is really messing with me, man. I don't know where I'm going. Hottest Velvet Underground references on YouTube. That's probably not true. That band is fairly popular. When I talk about B44 and Soul Decision, I can be pretty confident that I'm the only one dropping those references in 2014. Velvet Underground maybe a little less so. Oh, okay, so this has gotta be it now. Alright, thankfully it is. And we got Undefined. So Undefined is great, but I'm not going to take it. What does Undefined do, for those of you who have not seen it? It gives you a chance to teleport to the error room. So people are going to be very mad at me for leaving this behind. It teleports you to one of the secret rooms, and there's like a 1 in 3 chance you go to the error room. If you get it on the chest, it's incredible, because it can cause you to just constantly go back to the chest. Like, you get all 4 items, you pop Undefined, there's a 1 in 3 chance of you actually getting to the error room. On the error room, you usually pick up 2 items, and then you go down, and it just takes you back to the start of the chest. But a new chest, so you have new keys, or sorry, new golden chests to open and get items out of them. I need to play this, by the way. So it's exceptional on the chest, but I really don't want to take any extra chances with this run and possibly ruin it when we have such a great Samson run going on here. That's my opinion. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But if you want to see a great Undefined run on Wednesdays, that's really good. Wednesdays at Northern Lion Live Super Show. Wednesday, December 3rd, I think. I got Undefined on the chest and put that exact methodology into practice. I was able to do the chest like maybe 6 or 7 times, pick up like 30 extra items. It was a lot of fun. You should go check that out. That run itself was like an hour and 15 minutes long, which is rare. Sure, we'll take Broken Watch. It's good. I'll take the Spirit Heart. I think that's pretty much all we need to do here. I may use the Sun card on the next floor. Just to, oh my god, cat. I know we should crush those skulls, by the way, but we're getting a little bit tight on time here. I may crush those skulls later, but I may also just not. Because I think, you know, our time is pretty precious right now. It's alright, Toma, buddy. Don't worry about it. You've been in this room hundreds of times before in your life. Thank you. Cat's out of his mind. Not gonna open that. Not gonna open that one. It's gonna be a little touch and go to see if we can get into this boss rush room. I want to be in there. Realistically, we can probably kill Mom pretty quickly, but I want to be in there in the next, like, 3 minutes, at least, or at worst. So that's gonna require us to be pretty dang quick here. Now, the Broken Watch sometimes speeds up enemies as well, which I think is what's happening here, but no. Look at their movement. I was like, it seems to have sped them up, but they're going slower. I don't get it. Okay, you freaking idiot. Yes, that's Samson's Lock. Samson's Lock, you know, it has some benefit associated with it. I kind of like Bombs are Key in this situation. But you know, it probably beats Petrified Poop, but we gotta make decisions here. I don't want to rush necessarily, or I should say, I don't want to rush unnecessarily. I want to rush. Rush. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, there's our item room. Hopefully our boss room is close by. Sure. Okay, come on though. Pop up. Pop up. Pop up. Thank you. Sun card. Definitely think I'm going to end up using that on the next floor. Spider Bite is so good. We should have basically no chance to not... let me put it this way. The only excuse that I will tolerate for not beating Dark Room is if we've sacrificed that in order to make the boss rush work. Like we missed an item room or something like that to make that work. I hope that it doesn't come to that. I don't think it will. I think with Little Brimstone, you know, even a boss like Mask of Infamy is not so bad for us. We get Old Bandage, and this is Krampus, which doesn't really bother me, but I really, really hope you give me Lump of Coal, dog. That would be for the best. For me. Thank you. Much appreciated. Alright, down to the next floor. We're at 18 minutes. Oh my god, we got like a minute and a half to get into that boss rush room. Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna pop the Sun card. I'm gonna play this many times to give ourselves the damage upgrade. Then I'm gonna pop the Sun card. I'm gonna look at this, and that's where we're gonna go. If we can get our item room in the process, I would be extremely happy about that. Come on. I'm starting to realize that my dreams of the boss rush are disappearing in front of my eyes right now. Just a little bit too slow on those early floors, I think. Oh, come on, though. It's just the chubs. They're not so bad. I was gonna say, one of them should be dead as a result of my actions there. Yeah. You know, this is not looking amazing right now. Forget the penny. Not necessary. This is a big room for us. Okay. These guys are not so bad. Maybe start a chain reaction. We gotta make a decision pretty soon whether or not we're actually gonna go for this, because we're gonna miss out on, some stuff. I think we're gonna give it a shot. I think we can do it, actually. And we're gonna miss our shop on this floor, which means we're gonna miss donations, but you only have to do boss rush once. That's the important thing. Alright, slow mom here. That should make her a little easier to hit. And it's also easier to plan these little brimstone shots to actually land appropriately. That's pretty good thus far. Yeah, we're gonna definitely make it into our boss rush room. So I apologize for rushing a little bit, maybe playing a little sloppy here, but I think you can understand my concerns with it. And it's not even that stressful anymore. I definitely don't think we had enough in us to make it to the shop. But what's done is done. We're going to take the negative. That was very close. And we'll walk in here and see what we got. Little Haunt, Wafer, Little Gish, and Mongo Baby. But the Wafer is an incredible item. I really can't shit-talk the Wafer. Now, we can't fly. It's got to be a little... What is going on here? It's like a weird, different version of Blighted Ovum. Yeah, the Wafer it's not a game winner for us necessarily, but it's extremely good. It may be a game winner for us, if we weren't already winning the game. I expect this to be a not super easy boss rush room. I expect to maybe take some damage, and that's fine. It happens. Carrion Queen, again, as I've said many times, I think Carrion Queen is the most annoying boss on boss rush, because the poops that get put down there stay there forever, which is kind of a cool little, like, element of permanence in the fight, but at the same time, is incredibly frustrating. Yeah, don't turn around. Just stay diagonal and get innocuous. Good, okay. Now it should start happening a little bit faster here. Now, admittedly, you know, our damage is not off the chain. It's pretty good, and it's been pretty good for the whole game. Which is, you know, there's something to be said for the earliness of which you get a, you know, a certain aptitude when it comes to one attribute. attributal aptitude, I think is what it's called in How to Win Friends and Influence People. Stay away, please. The earlier you get those damage upgrades, the less HP you're going to lose over the course of your run, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. Now, the only thing that I really dislike about what we've done here is that, whoa, the toxic poop might not be all bad. It just killed Steven in one go there. The only thing that might end up being really bad about our boss rush room, and I hesitate to say it because the wafer is so good, but we use the sun card to get here. It's possible that we may find ourselves in a situation where, we need the sun card in order to win the game. But then again, if we find ourselves in that situation, would we have even had a chance if we didn't have halved damage due to the wafer? Probably not, I would hazard to guess. Where is this last little fistula part here? Yeah, maybe I actually like these toxic poops being in the middle here. I didn't consider that they can be as annoying to the enemies as they are to us. Just let Monstro kind of jut up against them. I think they only take damage from them if they're actually inside of it, which is weird. Chubb's over here somewhere. So we'll try to hit Gertie from afar. We can probably take out Gertie pretty quickly. Keep in mind, you know, we do have Lump of Coal, so... You know, we're doing a decent amount of damage here. Should use a little Brimstone whenever it's effective. Loving the Spider Bite, gotta admit. I think that might be... It might not be the first time that I've gotten Spider Bite, but it might be the first time that I've gotten Spider Bite in Rebirth. I'm not totally sure. If I can get him to jump on the spikes, that'd be sweet. I don't think he does that, though. I also think that's the first time I've had Undefined outside of a seated run. So we should actually stand to accomplish maybe a lot here. We can accomplish, you know, the boss rush and maybe also the dark room path as Samson. And then in addition to that, pick up a couple of items, get a little closer to Platinum God and, well, I guess also at the same time, quote-unquote, real Platinum God as well. It's good. It is, you know, these boss fights are getting a little tedious, I'll admit. I'll be happy to not have to do boss rush again unless I want to. Like, once I get all the boss rush post-it notes filled up, basically, which people are like, why are you doing boss rush? You don't get an item unlocked for it. It's true, but you gotta fill up the whole post-it note as every character to get Platinum God, right? So I figure I might as well accomplish that. Well, it's easy and kind of on the subject of my mind right now. But I'm looking forward to only doing boss rush mode rarely once we actually get it all unlocked on hard mode, or all taken care of on hard mode, because it is, you know, it's neat, and it gives you a choice between 4 items that are usually good. It's kind of tedious as well. And by kind of tedious, I mean like it can be really, really tedious. I'm gonna try to crush like those rocks and maybe still be able to sneak in some shots like diagonally against Bloat here. You know, Mask, if you could fudge right off, that'd be great. Wait, are you kidding me? The heart, despite flying, takes damage from the spikes? I did not expect that. Alright, well, Bloat's definitely in a much better position to deal with until... Oh, well, he didn't actually move as far as I thought he would because Spider Bite slowed him down. Come on, Spider Bite, do it again, and you didn't. Now we're in the danger zone. Yes. Yes, indeed. Please free me. Not very good damage on my part, I'll admit. There we go. Get him to jump over here. He'll probably run into a rock or something. And we're safer now. Alright, we're on the third to last wave, and, you know, Pestilence nearly killed himself right off the bat, so... I'm feeling pretty okay. We're gonna definitely do this, and we're definitely gonna get an item out of it as well. Like, not an unlock, but we'll get an item for finishing. Hopefully it's good. Even if it isn't, I think we can be extremely pleased with the way this run has gone. Somehow I didn't get hit there. And that's a very good thing. For me. Was it worth it for the wafer? On paper, yes. With respect to the time invested, maybe not. We can probably take the clock off the screen now. You know, with respect to the time invested, hey, I can't tell you that. That's your own personal decision, I guess. But yeah, I'm glad that we've done it, and I'm glad that we won't have to do it again, as this character at least. Much prefer doing boss rush when you're a little bit more potent. You know, you got like a Mom's Knife Death's Touch thing going on. Apparently Mom's Knife Death's Touch is like my new Mom's Knife Brimstone or something like that. Thank you, Old Bandage, by the way. We got Little Chub, which is not so bad considering we are going to be hurting ourselves on every floor to, oh, come on. We are going to be hurting ourselves on every floor here. I think that was worthwhile. Yes, we didn't get to go to the shop. We probably won't get to donate anything. Shit happens. Curse of the Unknown. Can't see our HP. Well, that's really bad. What I will do, play the 3 times. Not going to play 4 because Old Bandage gave us some extra HP back. Because I don't know, even with the wafer, the IV bag still may end up doing 1 extra, or like extra damage as opposed to just a half heart, right? So, I don't think that's the case, but I figured I would do it this way anyway, just to be on the safe side, and knowing that we have some Spirit Hearts now, helps me feel safer to gamble maybe a little bit more. Every time we pick up some red hearts, like a full red heart, we'll gamble it away again until we get a reasonable amount of charges. I think we still need to play them maybe like 3 or 4 times. Probably only 3 times. I think after 6 or 6.5 hits, you, like 6.5 hearts, you, cap out the rage bonus. So, we want to at least get to that point, if possible. That was really bad. There goes a Spirit Heart, and, well, half a Spirit Heart, I guess, and thanks to the wafer. See if maybe we can get some, leech love here. Apparently not. Half heart. We've had 2 half hearts. Oh, we're at full red heart HP. Right, so I think that might take us to the damage bonus. Or the cap, I should say. So far, so good. It's a little bit, you know, Curse of the Unknown requires a little bit of mental finesse, but it's not, you know, quantum physics, which is great, because I'd be even worse at it. Probably, I don't know, maybe I'm a prodigy at quantum physics. That's how I thought, like, science worked when I was a kid. It was just like, has anybody thought of, like, using toothpaste to cure cancer? You know, it was just like, some doctor at Johns Hopkins University is gonna be like, oh my god, this child is a science prodigy. He doesn't realize, or like we've become too entrenched in our science philosophy using the scientific method. Really, the way that we should be treating disease is like they did in the Middle Ages and just start applying every known component to every known disease, and eventually, surely that will provide a cure. Anyway, I'm joking around, just having a little joking hecht here. You know, now we've got to be at the HP or the damage cap if we weren't already, but I assume that we were already. So I'm going to take out these guys first because they have the potential to break free. With them gone, this guy stands no freaking chance. Even his bullets only go like, you know, 30% of where they would normally go thanks to the broken watch, which is really making this kind of a cakewalk here. I hope we get a deal with the devil. We probably will not. Yeah, I expected that maybe we had taken a little bit too much damage. Maybe even by our own hands. Did we check for the... We didn't even go to the second secret room down here. That's foolish. There could be a bunch of red hearts. There isn't. I'm just gonna blow it up. Because I don't want to sit here forever. Okay. Okay, well, at least that gives us a couple of plays on the next floor. And we can learn something. We can, you know, come down here and we can say... Let's see how much damage one IV bag play does when you have the wafer this late in the game. So we have full HP, but nothing more. It only does half a heart. So that was 6. That was 7, actually. Which is good for us. Now we should be at the damage cap. It is a strategy that I'll admit, it's bold. It's a little risky. You know, it gets the people going. It says, how you doing? I like it, though. We will go to that secret room. We'll take a little bit more of a roundabout approach, though. I like it because we have the wafer, so we have more HP than it looks like we have. We have Little Chub, so we have more HP than it looks like we have. We have the Leech, so we have more HP than it looks like we have. And really, that's all it comes down to at this point. I don't think I'm going to play these guys anymore. I don't have the patience to gamble on them for so long. Let's try putting this down here. Alright. I'm starting to think it might be worthwhile to crush all these. We will get hurt on some of them, but a lot of them will pay out with half or full red hearts. So, considering we have the wafer, I think we can justify it, but it might be a little bit ballsy. This will cost us 1 full spirit heart to go in here. I'll do it. I'm not afraid. Range up. Amnesia. Turns out I probably should have been a little bit afraid. I think, in spite of my earlier reservations, I'm gonna come in here and play these guys a few times. That's pretty much all I needed, thank you. Oh, and the Spirit Heart is nice as well. Okay, well, I appreciate the help. just in case we ran into a truly hellish room on our next room. Now remember, you're going down to Shoal, you're not going up to the cathedral. It's a very easy mistake to make, and it would force you to do almost this entire run over again, with the exception of the boss rush part. I don't know what that pill is, so I'm not going to use one of my very precious few bombs to pick it up. I've decided to forsake my earlier polyp smashing strategy, because it's annoying, and it can cause us to take damage, and when we're nearly at full HP, who cares? Oh, we got a Spirit Heart out of that, which is actually pretty lucky. Sometimes the slow actually throws me off a little bit when I'm fighting these, like, beam-based enemies. The beam lasts a little longer than you might expect. Now, we're back to full HP as a result of getting Gluttony. Or getting less than 3, I should say. That's really good. We are trying to find ourselves in a situation where we can keep that damage bonus coming floor after floor. Just in case, why not, right? Might as well get the extra money. Yeah, we want to be able to make sure that we get that damage bonus every single floor. And that's going to require us to stay at the HP cap, or close to it at least. Our full HP cap, sorry. Not the HP cap of the game, but like the maximum HP capacity that we can offer. This is a very good run, though. Kind of a, not too loud of a run. You know, this isn't your Brimstone, like, loud, both in tonal terms and, like, just the sheer volume of an item like Brimstone. But we didn't get anything that was, like, singularly winning our run here. But we got a lot of very good stuff going on for us that's kind of colluding to help us win. That early Leo pickup ended up saving us a lot of potential heartache. That's why I say, like, Leo in the late game, my blood runs cold. My chest run has just been sold. Bow down, do do do. It's due to Leo in the late game. Doesn't really rhyme, but you get it. Nah, and all that. Leo in the late game is terrible. Most of the time. Because you've already missed, like, all the beautiful rocks and pots and skulls and mushrooms that are supposed to make that item good. But we got lucky enough to pick it up pretty much as early as we possibly could, and that's it's been a big help. Poison Touch I wouldn't turn on my nose at it right here. Got confused. That is a range upgrade. Alright, let's do it. It lives! And Mom's Heart is slowed here, which is glorious for us. We can actually, if we stand a little bit further back, those shots will never reach us. So I think I've found the ultimate defense for Mom's Heart. That is, if you get broken stopwatch, the bullets can't actually reach you. If you had number 1 or something like that, you might find yourself in a little bit of a trickier spot. But for us here, I'd say we're pretty much in the safety zone. Also, pretty easy to get out of the way of these brimstone shots. We will not worry about that. We're going down. Recall. This might allow us to fill out the post-it note of Samson. I'm pretty excited. Curse of the Unknown again. We can afford to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Played 7 times just to be on the safe side, and because we got that red heart from Old Bandage, which is actually a really nice kind of item to have in conjunction with our IV bag Samson plays here. It's pretty interesting. And we, like, if you're gonna have IV bag, we got really, like, the best items to have in conjunction with it. Little Chad, Old Bandage, and the Leech, all of which will give us some lifesteal. Now, it would be better, I guess, if we had, like, Placenta or something like that, but come on, at some point you gotta say thank you for what you've given us. Because you're once, twice, 3 times an IV. It's like the Are You Afraid? Or no, it's like the old Goosebumps theme song in here. You will beware. You're in for a scare. You remember. Sing it with me. Ding ding dong dong dong. Dooba doop. Dooba 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 booba doop booba doop. That's the Goosebumps theme song. And if you think Northern Lion, you're really bad at that, that's not what it sounds like. Go look it up. Starts with like the shadow creeping up over the front step. It's a pretty spooky song. I watched like the Haunted Mask episode of Goosebumps. It's still horrifying, man. Maybe it's just because I was a youngster when I watched it. You know, I was at the perfect age to experience Goosebumps when it first came out. What a great name for obviously a super ghost-ridden author, though. R.L. Stine. That's a great name if you're writing books about monsters. That's if you're a children's author or a young adult author, I'm pretty sure that, like, your name is half of the battle, you know? You've always got to do, like, 2 first initials followed by a cool last name. R.L. Stein. K.A. Applegate. She wrote Animorphs, I think. R.A. Salvatore. You know? You got... It exists there. I could have a pretty good one, I guess. What are you dimming the room here? This is actually a pretty nasty room for Shoal. This is the kind of room I'd expect to run into on the dark room. If they did it on the dark room, all of these dark ones would actually be adversaries, and the room would be about the size of your own fart box. So I guess I appreciate the fact that we've got a little extra leeway here. And we didn't take damage, so what am I complaining about? Yeah, this is worth 2 keys. It's not like we're saving our keys for anything at this point. We'll leave. We'll crush these, and then we'll open that. We don't have Guppy's Tail. In fact, we didn't really pick up very many deals with the devil at all, somewhat surprisingly. We're good? We're good. Yeah, it's a bit weird that we found ourselves in this position. What do we have, the strength card? Honestly, I think the world card is a lot better for us. Yeah. If we can use this world card on the next floor, I'll feel pretty good about it. Really? I expected that this was the trip down to the Satan fight. I did not anticipate that we would be reaching a dead end over here. What we could do, of course, is pop the world card to find where Satan is, and then take the strength card down. But it's a poor play in my opinion, because we have already explored probably like 40% of this floor, and there's only one direction to go in at this point. So I don't really feel like that would be the smartest and shrewdest move to take here. There is a tinted rock. I like those. We've already had small rocks, so we'd be expecting spirit hearts, and we got them. We gotta be at full red hearts by now. We're not, wow. We gotta be at full red hearts by now, though. Stars, also pretty bad. In our current situation, in the early game, especially on hard mode, this is something that can be viable. I just had a little bit of a miniature anxious moment there as well, because I was like, oh shit, are we actually on hard mode? Because this run has seemed relatively easy thus far, but we are. We are. We've done a good job. Now we're at full HP. Okay, that's good. Man, this room is annoying. Stop that. You get out of here. I mean, the fact that they travel horizontally for so long is actually like a pretty big bonus, because, yeah, they just get skewered like a shish kebab on top of little Brimstone's love here. Another spirit heart. Why are those dropping so crazy right now? This room is slowed, apparently. That's good. Lemon Party, Paralysis. I mean, Lemon Party's good enough to take into the boss fight, but I don't want to have to backtrack one whole room in order to use it. I did take the negative, I hope. If that would be a pretty colossal mistake. Alright, I'm excited. This should be pretty easy. Nice. Yeah, knock that right out of there. What did you need that bomb for, right? Alright, land this one, and then this fight is basically over. The first third of it, at least. Good. Now you just gotta deal with this jerkwad. He's not so bad. Just gotta do some slight dodges here. Get him to fire that little brimstone attack. That gives you a big window of opportunity. He's slowed. He's dead. Now comes the annoying parts. There we go. And it looks like we're only gonna have to hit the feet about 70 times to finish the fight here, which is actually not so terrible. Now, oh my god. It's okay. Just annoying. Like, there's no danger of us running out of HP. The only way that we get hit at this stage in the game anymore is with freaking things teleport right on top of us. So it's down to the dark room. This run's gonna be successful, I think, unless, let's see if we have a curse here. We don't have a curse. We got a lot of HP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do an 8th, just because we got that extra red heart, just in case. And that might be overkill, but it's unlikely to matter. Goat head is worthless now. Wow, that one chest. Just 3 spiders, huh? Okay, okay, this is good. World card. World card. And Lemon Party. Lemon Party is going to carry us away from our, what did I say? Lemon Party is going to carry us away from our boss room? That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say is that if we go to the secret room, that's going to carry us away from our boss room. So I don't have an interest in doing that. I'm just going to bum rush our boss room. And I really don't anticipate too many problems here. Even if we're not at the cap for damage, we don't need to worry about it because we're going to take damage in the process, as you may have noticed. This room should be very easy. This room should be very easy. This guy should be pretty simple. This one might be tough. Okay. Seems like every time we finish a room, we don't actually get any closer to the boss room. Eventually, that's going to have to break. What am I going to do with Lemon Party, by the way? We're going to use it when the lamb does that bullshit, where he spawns like a second half, like he has a body. That should mostly kill his body. Lemon Party is a very strong pill. I rarely get the opportunity to use it this late in the game. It's fine. I don't even need to get any red hearts for now, but I'll admit, you know, I'm getting a little nervous based on the fact that I have lost all of our spirit hearts thus far, despite having the wafer. You know what? We can definitely benefit from having the tick now. This will actually help us on a lot of rooms, because pretty much every room that we come across in the dark room is going to have bosses in it, and luckily the tick is smart enough to actually work not just against, like, boss room bosses, but bosses who are outside of the boss room as well, if you know what I mean. Don't you know, and haven't you thought that the boss is the law? She is the boss, yeah, you know the drill here at this point, I'm sure. And, it's ability to jump, not very good. Mask of Infamy. Champion Mask of Infamy. I think it shoots homing shots. So I would do best to stay away from it. Parasite. Makes it pretty easy to get the kill here. Along with a little brimstone, of course. Let's see what's in our second secret room. It's an Eternal Heart that is not going to last the next 15 seconds, but that's okay, because we are about to win. Almost certainly. We got the slow here. Man, is, oh, man, I don't know if I want to be here. I mean, the meniscus is closing on me. Well, I forgot what I was going to say, to be honest with you, but, oh, yeah, what I was going to say is, man, how broken is Broken Stopwatch? It makes my life so much easier. You know, Lemon Party, I'll admit, it didn't quite, you know, blow the doors off like I expected. I think it did kill the bottom part, though. You know, like the lower torso part. It seems to be dead. It's still got the snail on top of it. Well, that pretty much nerfs that attack when he's slowed. Man, that's a long duration brimstone when you are hit by the broken stopwatch. All right, this is over. That was a great run. I had a really good time. We were never really in that much trouble. And I feel like that was played pretty well as well. So let's take a look at our post-it note here. As Samson. That's all filled out except for the chest. That's another good run. Put it in the books. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.